put me right at the front. I've had zero time.
I can go Novation after if you want. Chris? Do you want me to go Novation and then you?
Yes. I'm just gonna make them interact with each other somehow. Yeah, I'm just gonna make them do that.
Be a very interactive meeting today.
Set expectations clearly with your sellers, and if you don't know how to do it completely yourself, we have enough experienced agents to really help us pin down a price point so we can set the expectations properly.
If you think setting expectations properly when you have a listing is helpful, say yes.
Yes.
Cool. Well, if you aren't sure what value you've gotten out of those trainings, come this Thursday. There's plenty of value. We'll help you see it. That's happening at 11 a.m. When is test week happening? First 2 weeks of April. Yes, so that's coming up, y'all. As out. Like I said last week, I know everyone's,
knows.
you gotta stand up and introduce yourself. So stand up if it's your first time. Go ahead. Second time. Okay, perfect. I'll go to you in the back. I haven't met you. Go ahead, stand up. Tell me your name, how long you've been in real estate, and your hype song.
My name's Austin. I just really got my license recently.
Woo!
I'm North Door to Door, and my hype song would probably have to be Lil Wayne, Sheila.
Nice. You'll do well in real estate. Okay, over
Hi, my name is Margarita, or Maggie. I'm with KW right now and have been almost 2 years in real estate. My hype song is, geez, anything with a good beat and Hispanic.
Love that. Awesome. If you need help with your license renewal, let me know.
Thank you.
Clarify that for you. Hey, well, thank you guys so much for checking us out. That's all I really have for you this morning. I'm going to turn it over to our friends at Novation Title. If you all will come up, I'll hand it over to you. Hi guys, good morning. We're happy to be here. And today we actually wanted to talk to you shortly about seller financing. I've seen a lot more of that come up in the last 6 months. And so I just wanted to let you know we do close those, but there is a difference of like how you move forward in them. There's a third-party company that is escrow specialist. Does everybody know about escrow specialist? Awesome. So if you don't know what escrow specialist is, please reach out to us and we can get you in contact for them. They will continue the payments for the buyers and just make sure that things still get transferred after the closing happens. So just wanted to talk about that, and then Tiff will tell you like more on the title part.
Yeah, so for seller financing deals, basically it makes it so that the loan payment is more manageable for your buyer. And escrow specialist is the intermediary party that facilitates all of the payments. They make sure that neither party has control of the funds or the documents until all the terms have been met. There is a fee to use their service, and when you're filling out that seller financing addendum, you'll want to make sure that you're aware of that. So whether it's going to be split by the buyer and the seller, or if the buyer is going to be responsible to pay for all of it, just make sure that you check that. And then another really important thing is to make sure that you're checking that there will be a title policy issued on the seller financing agreement. Title cannot close it without issuing a policy, but that policy is there to protect your sellers in this instance as acting as the lender. So yeah, that's all we've got for you today.
Sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, Novation. All right, like 2 of y'all have any kind of energy today, so we're gonna shake things up a little bit because they gave me the mic for some reason. So here's what I want to do. I want to give you a 60-second reminder and then a few minutes to walk it like we talk it. Cool? All right, first things first. So I've been harping on this for months at a time, end on end. When it comes to Zillow, but I would also argue for your SOI as well, I say I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for
Connection.
Kendall, say it loudly for everyone. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for your ability to make a connection. So what do I mean by that? Someone tell me who's been attending all of our trainings. Not everyone at once, please.
Don't be a robot.
Don't be a robot. Everyone chant that. I'm just kidding. Came to a Perry group. #1 real estate team, not a cult. I don't want you to be a robot. What does that sound like? Hi. It sounds like Doug from Up. Hi, this is Chris Jurok, your Zillow Premier agent with the Perry Group. We all know not to do that. What else do I not want you to be?
Customer service.
Oh, Lena, say it again.
Don't be a customer service person.
I didn't hold the mic close enough. Sorry.
Sorry.
Don't be a customer service agent. What does that mean?
Hi, how are you doing today? My name is Lena.
Yeah, a customer service agent's job is to do what?
What's your name?
Solve a problem, but they don't make connections. Think about the last time you had a talk with a customer service agent. Do you remember their name? Even if they were helpful, do Do you know anything about them? No. Do they know anything about you? No. We're in a business of human beings making human connections. How do you do that? You actually ask them questions or get to know them, not so you can sell them or set up a hot sheet for them, but because if they say they're not from here, you're just generally curious and want to be like, where are you from? What brings you out here? Right? This isn't groundbreaking principles here, but it is a good reminder. So here's what I want everyone to do. I want all of you to stand up. I have the mic, so I get to decide today, and I choose chaos. I want, in the spirit of Jack Perry, I want you to find someone you don't know super well. No one move yet. I'm going to tell you what I want from you, so you don't ask a bunch of questions while everyone's moving. I want you to find someone that you don't know super well, and all I want you to do is get to know them like a human being would. So ask some questions. Don't interrogate them. Don't ask them 20 questions in a row and not let them talk back. But pretend if y'all were sitting down for lunch with someone else on our team, and you just want to get to know them a little bit. So I want everyone to find a person they don't know. If you choose your bestie, we will know.
We will know.
And then we'll come and just separate you and put you in timeout, and it'll be awkward. So find somebody you don't know, and what's your goal?
Get to know.
So not perfection, it's to what?
Connection.
Make a connection. So have a 2 to 3 minute combo, and I might quiz 1 or 2 of you when we're done. Ready? Go find someone.
I'm gonna go bestie supervisor. Because there's not a single person that I don't know well. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I love it. You guys can talk for 7 more hours. All right, real quick, pulse check. Was that big, bad, and scary? Some of you are like, yes, and that might be because you're introverted, and that's okay. Introverts can rock Zillow too. That's totally fine. Some of you might be like, I didn't know anybody in this room, and so maybe you got to know a friend. Real quick, I'm gonna pick on 2 people at random, and then I'm not gonna pick on you, but I'm gonna pick 2, and then I just want you to give me a 10-second synopsis of your partner. Cool? Anyone brave enough to go first? No, Winnie, I know you were B. That's why I looked right back at you. All right, I'm going to pick on people that I know a little bit better than. Let's find out. Steven, who did you talk to?
I talked to Amar over here.
Okay, give me a little bit about what you learned about Amar.
We met briefly at Utah Life, but haven't really talked much since we got back from the training group, both of us. Amar's been on Zillow. He's been having some great connections lately, working with South Salt Lake. And yeah, the year just sounds like it's going pretty well.
Okay, sweet. Love it. If you had more time, you could probably tell me where does he live in the valley. I don't expect you to know that now. But like you can tell me, does he have a family?
Yes, he does.
Where is he from? How long has he been in real estate? What does he like? Long walks on the beach?
He loves long walks from the bedroom to the refrigerator.
That's fair. There we go.
We got a little baby.
Cool. All right, everyone give it up for Steven. I'm going to pick on one more. Tina, what do you know about your partner?
She can't talk, she's sick.
I know that.
That's fair, you are sick. I'll switch it over to Ashley. Ashley, what do you know about Tina?
I know I love her.
That's fair.
Aw.
Ash, what do you know about Tina?
She told me congratulations on my divorce.
She would say that.
Her spark in life is her children and helping people.
Love it. How many kids does she have?
She is 3.
Ayo.
2.
I wasn't gonna call you out, but I was like, hey.
I couldn't hear her.
That's fair.
It's chaos.
Okay. All right, guys, it wasn't that big, bad, and scary. Can any of you do that? Yeah, so here's my reminder on Zillow specifically. Zillow is just an SOI you haven't befriended yet. That's all it is. Once you get to the point of where you can make a connection with them, then you should be able to give them advice, and they should give you the permission because they like, know, and respect you enough to trust you that you can actually treat them like an SOI. But how do you do it? You make a connection. So, all I'm looking for is not perfection, but to make a connection. Can we all give a thumbs up to that? Sweet. Well, now everyone give a round of applause to someone even better. Maggie.
Oh.
Woo!
Okay. I have some. Okay, so when Emily was just up here and she was talking about test week, I heard a little bit of. I just want to make sure that everybody's super clear on exactly what that is and what we are here at TPG to do. We're here to. I always talk about in my interview time with every single one of you. I always go through how we as a company, how we as a team define our culture and what it feels like to be a part of the Perry Group. So we define that, and I've riffed on this. Chris kind of developed this, and then I've kind of put my spin on it. 4 different C's. Our culture is defined by 4 different C's. The first is that we are competitive, right? We are the #1 team in the state. We are the #1 team within our brokerage, which is the fastest growing brokerage across the country. We are ranked number 12 in the nation across all teams, every brokerage included. Okay? Yes, round of applause. If we hit our goals for this year, we are aiming to be in the top 5 of all teams across all brokerages in the country. Wow. Huge. Okay? So, yes. Keep it going. Okay. So we are competitive. Yes? Everybody can see that. We are very, very, very competitive. Okay? But the second C that comes right after that is we are really, really, really focused on our community. And our community is every single person in this room. Our community is the agent, right? You are our North Star, and for you guys, the client is your North Star. Everything we do as an organization, if it makes sense for you as an agent, we're doing it. If it doesn't make sense for you as an agent, we're not doing it. It's that simple. We pay attention and focus on our community, okay? So the competition that we feel inside of the team is that healthy, rising tides raise all boats kind of competition. It's not a dog-eat-dog kind of thing here within the team. We share what works for us. We take care of our community. We take care of the people to our left and to our right, right? Yes? Did everybody feel that? Give me a 1 clap if you have felt that personally. On to 1, 2. Ooh, let's practice that one more time. Give me a 1 clap. On to 1, 2. There you go. Okay, love that. The third C that we talk about and that defines our culture as an organization is that we are collaborative with you, right? If you have an idea on how to better a training, an event, a script, a team meeting, something, anything, we want to know, we want to collaborate with you on how to make your experience as an agent better, smoother, more successful, all around improved, okay? Collaboration is critical. That's what got us here, right? We are a team, a family organization. We will always be a family organization, right? So collaboration is huge. And the last C is that we're pretty casual when it comes to real estate. Okay, but this I think has a lot of caveats that are important. So we approach real estate in a comfortable, casual way because we are confident in what we're talking about, right? You can't be casual when you're talking to somebody about seller financing or about a short sale or about what an active time clause means if you're not confident in what that actually entails, right? Being casual is an absolute result of being confident, of being educated, of being trained really, really, really well, of understanding the market, right? It allows us to approach this sometimes stressful thing to our clients and to each other in a way that is, I can explain this in a million different ways to you because I really understand it and I want to help you understand it, right? Does that make sense? Okay? So we take a lot of pride in making sure that you guys out there are repping the Perry Group and repping yourself, your brand, what you offer to the market in all of those ways. That you are competitive, you are collaborative with your people, right? You are communal, you're taking care of your community, and you approach it in a comfortable, casual way. Yes? Okay? So again, the agent is our North Star, client is your North Star. We're providing all of that, and we're keeping that top of mind as we create what the future of this organization looks like, so that way you can then turn and deliver that to your clients, right? So if a lot of that stuff is dependent, like I said, on you being incredibly well trained, right? Knowing the market in and out, top to bottom, left to right, right? You have to know the market. You gotta know your shit, right? You gotta know your shit, okay? So everything that we do is for that purpose, and all of the trainings and everything that we create is for that purpose. It's for you. So if you do not know what test week is, here's where I close the loop on this, okay? So last year, ahead of the NAR lawsuit, a lot of you guys have heard this, but we've got a lot of new faces in the room. So ahead of the NAR lawsuit last year, we ran every single person in the organization through a buyer's agent value proposition test, okay? It took us like 3 months to train on it, and we ran through a full, in-depth mock role play with one agent and 2 of us fellow agents as the buyers, pressure testing each other on why should I hire you? Why should I work with you as a buyer's agent? What value do you bring to me? Why are you getting paid as much as you're getting paid? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay? Pressure testing that is so important to your success. Okay? So as an organization this year, we have a huge goal to increase the number of listings that we're taking as an organization. So right now, and you've felt this throughout January, now we're midway-ish through February, February. We'll continue this through March. We are on a listings kick. Every single Thursday at 11 a.m., we train on listings. Every single office is doing this too. We've put together a curriculum that flows really nicely from prep and presentation to this week, well, to a number of different tiny little ancillary things to hopefully build a path and a roadmap. By the end of this, by the end of March, you will know how to fully present the absolute most badass listing presentation and win that listing, okay? And it's resulting in 2 weeks, right? You'll do this one time, hopefully, right? Pass, right? We have 2 weeks scheduled where we are going to pressure test your listing agent value proposition. You with me? Okay, so test week happened. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you guys all the rubric, how the test will flow. You will know everything well in advance. All you need to do, every single one of you, all you need to do is show up Thursday, 11 a.m. Okay? A lot of that stuff will be streamed on our YouTube channel, okay? Fair warning though, some of those things, we don't Zoom or YouTube stream everything because sometimes it just doesn't work, right? Like we're broken off into so many different groups, you can't hear it, okay? So please, 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 make sure that you guys have that Thursday, 11 a.m., be here in person, right? Clear your schedules, be here in person for that, so that way when test week rolls around, you're ready to rock, okay? Yes?
I'm just going to share a quick 30-second story of why this is so important. So I went into a listing appointment yesterday, and we got to the part about how much do we charge. And as soon as I shared, hey, our team we charge 3%, first words out of his mouth were, well, do you ever discount that? Flash forward, I told him my answer, and flash forward to the end, he was asking me as a test. He's like, I get asked to discount my stuff in my industry, in finances, all the time, but I want to work with someone who knows their worth. And I'm like, well, one, that's cool. Two, it's $1 million listing, so if I would have discounted to try to save a deal 0.5% even to save it, like one, I could have lost $5,000 for the team and my family. But two, I might have actually lost the business because I didn't know how to stand on business and actually stand behind why I'm worth what I'm worth.
Oh.
So.
Totally, yes. So we want every single person, and this week, so Thursday at 11 a.m., we're specifically talking about listing compensation. So how you have that conversation, how you articulate it, okay? And everything that goes into that. So, and we're gonna dive after this, we're going into marketing and farming a listing, and it'll just keep building and building and building. But we've taken a lot of time to really make sure that all of these topics build on one another, okay? Who's gonna be here Thursday at 11 a.m. for that training? Yes, I'm so excited! Thank you guys. Okay, great. Okay, can I get all the mastermind captains to come on up here? Thank you. Give these guys a round of applause. Come on up. Okay, so we just rolled out, we just had our first week last week of our new mastermind groups, okay? These guys are captains of all these different groups. If you're a new agent, you're not in one of these groups yet, not until you graduate, okay? But I just want to hear from you guys, how did it go? Any motivation to your team? Like anything of the sort that you guys want to share from your guys' perspective. Cool? You guys are together, so you can go together.
So ours was just a simple kind of get to know you. We wanted to talk about our goals for the next, how long is this going? Like 90 days? Yeah, 90 days. And then kind of our pillars of what we're going to do to be able to get there. Based off of what everybody said, I took a tally of the things that people were going to work on the most, which was social media and then SOI/referrals. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about the next time. I feel like everybody in our group got along really well. There was a lot of tips and tricks going around the whole hour, so it was good. That was it.
Sweet.
Add if you want to. But no, we kind of did the same, just took into account like what worked for us last year and what didn't work for us last year and what we wanted to work on this year. We also talked about like what worked and what didn't work with previous accountability groups that we've had and what we want out of this hour we kind of tallied up what we're wanting to work on. A lot of us just kind of want to get back to the basics. We want to avoid burnout. We want to, really, we all know what we need to be doing. We just want to all be there for each other and implement those together. But
Yeah, I mean, Kendall summed it up pretty well. Our teams get huge, so having these small groups is a great opportunity to have each other to hold each other accountable. So it was good. Introductory, things are looking good so far. I like it.
Love it.
I just realized like we didn't do any introductions or get to know each other. I think our group knows each other pretty well. But we talked a lot about delegation and the ability to do more business without running your bills. So we talked about team resources and how to optimize those and make sure that you're not doing work that someone else could step in and assist with. We also talked about delegating things in our business like accounting and maybe like using a VA and things like that. So we were really talking about our time, where it's best spent. We talked a little bit about assistance and things like that for the group that we were in. It was really relevant. And overall great feedback and excited to come up with a new idea.
Great, I love it. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Yes, huge. Okay, so we are going to be cycling these groups every 90 days. The cycle for this next group might come a little bit quicker than that just because we want to get back to being on the quarterly calendar, right? So not 90 days from February, but maybe 90 days from January. So it might come a little bit sooner than that, but it's all based on your production. So make sure you guys, if you want to be in the next group up, that you put your head down, hustle, put some what we talk about in those groups into action, and all of you guys should be crushing it in, you guys already are, but should be hitting your goals in no time. Cool? Okay, that's all from me. Oh wait, no.
You're good. You can go.
You want me to do situational stuff right now? No? I'm good? Okay. Steve? Roberts, where you at? Come on up. Give him a round of applause.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I can't follow up with everybody. I was in Mexico.
You know.
It was fun. I got to see a few of your people in Mexico. I'd have bought a cocktail or two for them.
Oh, I love that. Why wasn't it me?
Yeah, where was Matt?
I don't know where you were. Hey, good morning, everybody. My name's Steve. I think everybody knows me by now, but just in case you don't, I'm with Intercap Lending. First off, I want to thank you for your support in business. It's been a pleasure working with you. We're doing a lot of great things, which we're about to roll out to you today, in hopes of making it a little bit better for each of you and a little more controllable and a little better relationship. And we appreciate your patience. I know Drew's asked you a lot to kind of identify people you want to work with. I think there's 10 loan officers service this team now, which you guys are getting so darn big. Number 12 in the country, number 1 in the state. That's not surprising, but number 12 in the country, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Congrats. Before we get into that, I know that January and February tend to be hard, right? They're, let's not say hard, challenging. We always look for excuses on why our business isn't where we want it to be. And look, I just want to share something with you that was shared with me. I've shared it with the loan officers. It kind of puts things in perspective on really how blessed we all are. And sometimes we take our eye off the ball because we think, oh my gosh, that listing fell through, or that customer was a pain in the butt, or, I could go on and on, right? But I just want to read this to you. So just give me the honor of just compartmentalizing it, kind of digesting what I'm sharing with you. If you have food in your fridge, clothes on your body, and a place to sleep, you are richer than 55% of the people in the world. If you have money to spend as you wish, and freedom to go anywhere you want, you're among the top 8% of the world's population. If you're alive today with more health than illness, you are more blessed than the 1 million that won't survive this week. And if you can read, hear, and understand what I'm telling you, you're more fortunate than the 500 million people who cannot see, cannot read, and cannot access the knowledge and information that surrounds us. Life is not for complaining about pain and sorrows. It's about focusing on countless other reasons to be grateful. The truth is that every day you wake up is a chance to love, grow, and learn. Gratitude is a practice that helps us see what and why we have so much. When we stop comparing and start appreciating, life becomes more rewarding. Take a moment today to notice the small things, the quiet blessings, and the moments we often overlook, because no matter how hard life gets, there's always something to be thankful for. You're a product of what you hear, read, and see, and my ask for you all this year is to find a way to better yourself by 1%. Pretty powerful, right? I don't know why I felt compelled to share that with you, but I did. But that's not why we're here, right, Drew?
I don't know why we're here. I'm just messing with TVs.
You know why we're here.
Yeah.
I think, no, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Will you work on the TVs while I talk then?
I'll work on the TV.
Oh, thank you. Bless you.
Look at
This is so awkward.
this old age. Do you think I'm tech savvy?
I was hoping.
You were hoping.
Okay. So we talked a little while ago about wanting to make sure that you guys had the best service and knew of the 10 Intercap LOs and everyone else inside Intercap's company who your contacts were. So we've been working for a while between sitting down with the Intercap LO team, asking them who they worked with, and then clarifying. I sent Jake LaSalle a text this morning because he was like a question last minute. We were confused, not because of him, because of us. Asking you guys who you would prefer your primary Intercap LO to be. So what this means is this is the person that is going to be held accountable by Steve to make sure that they have a relationship with you and that you are sending your business to them. Obviously, we want all of our Zillow and all our team generated stuff to go through Intercap because they participate in that spend. Intercap is spending about $97,000 a month on Zillow right now. Every time I call Steve and ask him to meet, he knows why I want to meet, and it's to spend a little bit more, and he usually says yes.
Man, you guys keep growing.
Yeah. So what we have done basically is compile that into a list, which I just posted in Slack, I hope. Should be there. The list is sorted by your name. So go through that list, and it should have at least one loan officer. Spencer.
Can we just take a second? That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
As my CFO reminds me often, I did get a compliment though.
Yes, sure.
I did get a compliment. He walked in my office the first time this morning and he said, "Hey, things are starting to look much better with the Perry Group." And you should give yourself a round of applause. I about fell out of my chair because usually it's the opposite. So yeah, that 1.2 million a year is a big investment, we believe. So thank you.
Spencer got choked up. He's like,
yeah. Thank you, Spencer.
You raised your hand. I didn't put you on the spot. So it's kind of a combination of things. Obviously, we want the team generated stuff to go to Intercap. I talked to Brock, who's the CEO at Intercap, and he said, "I don't want you to ever force your team to send SOI deals to us. That is the loan officer's job. They should be doing a good enough job for your team that your agents want to send your SOI there. We will never restrict that. We'll never put a criteria on it. We'll never really talk about it. Like if we see a pattern of all this person's SOI goes one place, we want to figure out what the LO is doing wrong, not why you're not doing it. So that is kind of the standpoint that we're coming from. So please go through that list. There very possibly could be a mistake in there. If someone is on there that is not who you prefer working with, please send me a DM. Let me know. If it changes at any point, I know there's some like top 10 agents that are like, "Hey, right now I'm using these two people, but I've kind of bounced around, put these two down for me." There's also some brand new agents that are like, "I've done 2 deals and I've sent them to 2 different people, and I would like to send my next one to a third person just to kind of feel that out." That's great. Just let me know so that we can kind of update our list. The list that we're keeping is more so that we can tell Intercap and tell the Marks and Matts and Annikas and everybody on the team, like, hey, these are the people to focus on. These are the people we want you to go to coffee with. These are the people that you should anticipate getting deals from. If you see a deal go to someone else, that would be a red flag that something's not right. And you should probably reach out to that person and say, hey, what happened? Did I do something wrong? I would love to earn your business. So this is not hard and fast. This is just a way for us to understand who you guys like working with, and for Steve to be able to go to his team and say, hey, Jamie, tell me how these 10 people are doing. Where are their deals going? When was the last time you took them to coffee? All that kind of thing. So
it's just really hard because of the size of your company to ask one individual to try and answer a phone call of 100 different real estate agents and provide that level of service that you need. It's really hard. By identifying this and doing this and making it more of an intimate feel, where you're getting the best relationship and the best business or the best service, is really important to us. And I want to be really clear on something, and the loan officers are all in the room, so we're just going to address the elephant in the room. Our job isn't just to stand out with our hand open and say, hey, give us a deal, right? Our job is to be your partner and to help you get more business. And by doing this, hopefully we can make this a little bit better and a little bit more intimate, where we can actually strategize to help you get more business. Because if you're doing more business and we're doing a good job, hopefully that's a win for both parties, right? So that is the goal here.
okay, any questions? Okay, pull up the list, send me a DM if there's anything wrong, or if you have changed your mind since we thought we knew what you were thinking, or since you told me 2 weeks ago.
And
Change your
all
mind.
of you know that you can get a hold of me. I'm available. Some of you do, right? I'm available. I'm not off limits. I'm here to help you. I want to know goods and bads, right? It's not perfect, but we want to get it as close to as possible. So I'm open for feedback, constructive criticism, things we can do better. I'm not off limits.
Great. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Okay, am I last? Is this it? This is the grand finale? I don't wear these fuzzy microphones. Does anybody know the bearded realtor? He actually produces, which is unique for realtors with nicknames, but he actually does a lot of business. His name's Brett Henry. He has this massive beard, and he wears this in his beard when he does his videos. So it just looks like he has like a mouse in his beard all the time. Okay, we're gonna do a little recap. I have one thing. Jordan, will you come out here really quick? Does everyone know Jordan, videographer Jordan? Okay, so quick announcement. We have some changes that we have had to make. So Jeff Guckert has decided to go out on his own, and we are super stoked for him. I think he's still working with Michael some. He's gonna do whatever he's going to do. He's going to make really kick-ass videos for somebody else, which is kind of a bummer for us, but he's awesome. So Jeff has moved on. Jordan is going to be elevated into a new role where you will see him in this office a lot more. You'll see him, he's kind of been known as the Utah County videographer. We have had to break the news to them, or we will be breaking the news to them, that he's no longer Boo's videographer. He is the Perry Group's videographer for all offices. We will be hiring a second videographer that will report to Jordan, and Jordan will oversee all things videography and content in collaboration with Jack Guckert on the marketing side and kind of a branding direction side. So it is going to evolve. You may have noticed we've been dark on social media for a couple weeks because we've been trying to figure this out. The Perrys are all at Arlington Cemetery for their grandpa's funeral. He passed several months ago, but you have to book those things out apparently several months. So they're all there. We've been trying to figure this out over the last couple weeks. So Jordan will be in charge of all things videography, which we're super stoked about. He has done an incredible job with content days in Utah County, listing videos. We will be scaling that to bring that to Daybreak, to bring that to this office, to bring that to the whole team. So bear with us. There will be a lot of changes as we go. They should all be positive. My ask would be, if you've never done a content day, do one. Try it. It's really easy. Jaden does a great job sending you guys what the scripts are. Jordan does a great job filming it, getting it back to you in like 24 hours, and you will have your own little file of all your clips that you can post and use. So please invest with us as we invest. This is a new, kind of a new adventure we're going on of how do we scale what's worked in Utah County with what's worked in Salt Lake and kind of bring it to all offices. So congratulations. We're stoked for you. Yeah, so participate with us. It'll be different. Our social media will change a little bit, I'm sure. We wish Jeff all the best. I always have to like concentrate when I say Jeff versus Jack because I switch them all the time. We wish Jeff all the best and we'll miss him, but we're super excited about the direction that we're going. So, January recap. What is it, the 11th? It's Valentine's Day according to my son's teacher, because she's out of town the rest of the week, so she just moved the holiday to today. Emily says I have dad vibes today, which makes sense because I'm going to a Valentine's party in 2nd grade this afternoon. So anyway, happy Valentine's Day. We're gonna recap January, so we'll do the normal thing. Here we go. You're right up front. You know Michael's not here. You know you get to celebrate. Take a picture. All right. Contracts, our goal for contracts, this is by office. So Salt Lake, our goal was 81 contracts. We want to get 32 out of Utah County, 11 out of Daybreak, 5 out of St. George. This is contracts, not closings. In January, our goal was 129. That's the goal. Total, Salt Lake, 99, beat the goal by 18. Utah County did 37, beat the goal by 5. Oh. Daybreak, 24, beat their goal by 13. If you can just double your goal all year, that would be fantastic. We would really all appreciate that. St. George did 9 contracts, beat their goal by 4. All right, you probably already know, those were all pluses. So we were 40 contracts ahead of goal for the month of January. 169 contracts is our biggest contracts written month ever. That's insane. Ever. So seriously, we set these goals and we've talked about this, but like we look at the pattern by month that we historically have hit, and we basically say we want to increase by 33% this year. So what do we do last January? Our goal is going to be last January plus 33%. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's pretty close. So that tells you we basically were, I can't do that math, but I'm going to say last January, we're probably 90 ahead of last January's contracts, something like that. That's crazy, because we bumped the goal up by 33%, and then we still beat it by 40. So huge congrats, that is massive. Who in the room had a contract accepted in January? I did not. Sweet. I did the math partway through the year. I think it was 83 agents on the team had a contract accepted. I think we ended up probably over 100 agents on the team with a contract accepted. That's insane. I can get you the exact number, but if you're posting on social, 107 agents had a contract accepted. You can use that number. It's a boo number.
300 agents on our 150 team had contracts accepted?
Exactly. Contracts mix. This is a fun one. We wrote 81 team-generated contracts. That's 48%. We wrote 88 SOI contracts. Tina, take a picture of this and just post, we're just a Zillow team. That's what everybody says, right? You got it?
Wait, say that again.
Oh, we're just a Zillow team. All right, top 10-ish. This is a new one. I haven't done this slide before, but I thought it was fun. So, this is contracts accepted in the month of January. We have a million ties in here, but Sean Van Brunt had 4 contracts. Scott Willie had 4 contracts. Kenny Super February wasn't as good as January, was it, Kenny? The Super Bowl was... It's like, take me back to January. There was hope. Kemish in Utah County had 4 contracts. Haley, is Haley here? She has the flu? January is better than February. Viv in Daybreak. Viv had 5 contracts accepted. Also, shoot, they didn't sleep in January. Now they're all sick. Tatum's here. 5 contract month. 5 contract month. Show us your triceps. Chris said that, not me. Mona. If you follow Mona on social, you don't even know she does real estate most of the time. You just think she's like a recipe influencer. Yes. And then every once in a while, she just sends in 5 contracts in the month. In St. George, Brooke had 5 contracts. Queen of Zillow down there, just crushing it. Wade had 6 contracts accepted in January. Hannah's here. Hannah had 6. There it is. Did you think I forgot about you?
No, I just didn't know how many.
Okay. I saw you talking to Whitney when I was on the 4s, and then when I popped up the 6, you were like, oh. All right. And number 1, Gabby Schaefer, 7. She had 9 under contract at one time. That's stressful. All right, closings for January. Our goal for closings in January was 77. Here we go. This was our goal. Salt Lake needed 49 closings. Utah County, 19. Daybreak, 6. St. George, 3. That's our goal. Here's our totals. Salt Lake, 48. Utah County saved them. Feels like we're at like medieval times or something. Boo, cheers. Oh, Chris, it's January, Chris. All right. Come on, St. George. Hey! All right, so that put us at 80 closings in January, plus 3. Just a reminder, these goals total 1,500, so we are now on pace for 1,503. So, let's go. And we wrote a million contracts in January, so I'm feeling good about February. Okay, what do we got? Closing mix. Tina, you can do this one too if you want. Team generated. 34. Chris, get it together, man. What are we doing? Chris was sad. I sent him this number on Sunday. He's like, oh, lowest of the year. SOI 46. Crushed it. Okay, here's our top 10. This is year to date. As a reminder, President's Club, the trip will be the top 15. Yeah. We gave Jack the microphone at dinner on the beach, and he broke every rule we had discussed. He was like, we need to open it up to everyone else to talk, and we were like, no, you don't. Like, at a wedding, you don't just pass it around and be like, say nice things about us while we're up here. So he did that, and then he said, next year I think we'll do Maui. And then Hannah was like across the table, and she's like, oh, so we're doing Maui? I was like, no. It'll be Mexico, I think. Okay, top 10 closings. Mona, 1.57 million, 3 closings. Utah County, Kemish had 1.6 million on 4 closings. Gabby Schaefer finally got 3 of them off the books. 1.686 million, if you can't see the TVs. Bailey, 1.885 million. Haley Green has the flu, 2.174 on 4 deals. By the way, that is what put her over 10 million in her first 12 months, that January. So she was at like 7.9 million, closed 2.1 and change. She's over 10 million in her first 12 months. So, in St. George, Brooke Barney, 2.326 on 5 deals. In St. George, Madison, 2.339 on 2 deals. They saved you, Chris, right there. You missed your goal by 1. They saved you. In third, Hannah, 2.66 million on 3 deals. Number 2. Yeah, sure. Darren Thomas, 2.664 million. My math, that means you beat Hannah by $4,000, right? Yeah, I think that's right. On 4 deals. Quality over quantity. All right, and number 1, Michael Perry, 3.792 on 2 deals. I mean, let's go back. Let's go back here. Maggie has a gender representation question, so we're going back to the scoreboard. Mona. Girl, boy, girl, 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 boy, boy. 7-3. Do you want me to go back and do the mom count? Jack's gonna have to reuse his Girls Run the World music he used on a story last week, I think. All right, I think that's all I got. Oh, honorable mention. This is number 11. This is number 11 for January. So when we look at the top 15 for the year, this is number 11. I want to shout out Ashley for 1.5 million on 2 deals. Congrats. Eight to three is now the score. Yeah. Okay. Huge congrats. We'll go through February in a couple weeks. It's looking incredible. You guys are amazing. I was talking the other week about how someone told me the Perry Group's the only people selling homes. There's not another team that wrote 169 contracts in the month of January. Like, I don't think there's a builder that did it. Travis and Al aren't here. There's not a builder that did it. You guys are world class. You're one of a kind. Quick reminder, we are growing. We will continue to buy Zillow leads, Steve Roberts, and we would love to continue growing the team. I think we have a great thing going. It's really, really hard, though, to find people that are a fit for the team in the real estate world right now. So if you have friends that you think would be a good fit, please introduce them to us. We would love to have them. That goes for any of our offices, any of our areas. We will continue to grow. So huge congratulations. You guys are amazing. It's noon. Let's get out of here. Thanks, y'all.